Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a night of Telstar High School basketball. Tonight has our hometown Rebels squaring off against Pine Tree Academy. And before we do the intros, we have the couch raffle. If you get your tickets out. So for the boys game, the raffle winner is 642214. That's 642214. All right, now for your starting lineups. Starting with Pine Tree Academy, we have freshman number 3, Lucky Padilla. Sophomore number 24, Colin Merrill. Junior number 20, Miguel Matos. Junior number 5, Colby Silver. And senior number 4, Silas Yaton. Now let's put them together for your hometown Rebels. Starting off with sophomore number 3, Cooper Morgan. Junior number 2, Carter DePrey. Senior number 4, Brody Morgan. Senior number 1, Riley Hagan. And senior number 00, Ron Kellogg. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, good evening everybody and welcome to tonight's high school basketball game between Pine Tree Academy and your Telstar Rebels. I'm Danny Whitney, joined by Mike Pelletier, Jewel Clark, Brooks Morton, and Josh Morton. And Mike, Rebels coming off a victory last Saturday. What are a couple keys to the game tonight?
I think they need to have a little bit more defensive intensity than they had on Saturday. I'm pretty sure Coach had a conversation about that, so we want to pay attention to that first. See if they're talking a lot more on their defensive possessions, and on the offensive end, maybe a few less threes, a little bit more penetration, and definitely a lot more up-tempo. We didn't do anything to get kicked out, I see. They asked us back, so that's a good sign.
That is a good start. Rebels going with the same starting five they had on Saturday. Kellogg, Hedden, DePrey, Morgan, and Morgan.
Pine Tree has a history of being very scrappy. They play very aggressive. Usually are competitive. We played them a few times in the past. There's a load up there though. No talk. Box out was good, but it was just a long rebound. So Brody attempted to load up there. Opened up a little bit too much, but there was no help, and there needed to be help in the middle.
Yeah. Pine Tree starting in, looks like a 1-3-1 press. Rebels able to break it. The three for heading to start. He had 9 of those last Saturday.
He stepped over the line there.
Is that going to be a warning, or are the Rebels going to get the ball there?
No, the Rebels are getting the ball. Green stepped over the line with the basketball to inbound.
Quick timeout here from Pine Tree. Pine Tree Academy, where are they located?
Freeport.
In their private school?
Private school. I'm not sure if you live in that town, if you can go as well, but I know they're private Christian school, I believe.
Yeah. A little bit of a ride here tonight, a little bit of icy conditions. So for those of you who are watching at home, thank you for joining us. Again, we're here on Western Hills Access Television and YouTube.
Could be a nice 5 or 6 point swing with that 3-point made and then the turnover before inbounding.
Yep. Dupre inbounding.
Quick movement, move it.
Deep 3 there. Good board. Put back by Morgan.
So Telstar's in the man-to-man, full court pressure. Too easy, but nice rotation. They get the hand in the passing lane. That's good.
Dupree's deadly from there. Another quick timeout from Pine Tree.
Much better start than last Saturday.
What's going to be the key for Pine Tree to break this Rebels man-to-man full court press?
I don't think their press is not designed yet. I think as the year progresses, it'll be designed more to turn you over. Right now, it's just to try to turn them, slow them down. If they handle the ball okay and do some pass fakes, they shouldn't have a problem getting up the floor.
Typically, your best bet is to dribble through a man press and pass through a zone press?
Correct.
Good right there from the left hand.
That was a pretty play by Connor Dupre. So now they're in a little bit more of a monster. So we're going to watch the weak side wing, take a charge. Go, push. So they're already looking to run way more than last week. Here's another layup.
Good dish there. Can't finish, but a good look. Pine Tree back the other way.
So I happened to sneak into practice yesterday. It was a nice finish. I happened to sneak into practice yesterday. I know for a fact they were working hard on their communication, their transition D, picking up, getting back to the paint and picking up, and then getting up the floor offensively.
Yeah, you mentioned it first thing, but the intensity looks to be much better there for the Rebels tonight.
Push, push. Look at that. Again.
Head. Find him. Good look across. Another look for Dupree. Good look, though.
Stop the ball. So you can declare to stop the ball and then work from there. That's white ball. So after studying the numbers from last week's game, the Rebels shot 43s on Saturday. They made them at a 40% rate. Connor was 55%, and I believe Riley with his 9 threes ended up 45%. So that's pretty impressive shooting at any level.
Yeah.
Nice hustle on the floor.
Loose ball, jump ball.
Love to see the kids get on the floor. Sometimes what happens, Danny, and I know you know this from playing, when you have a big game or your first home game, or when you get too amped up, that can definitely affect you on the offensive end with your shooting and your focus and your nerves. but it should never affect you on the defensive end because that's just effort, intensity, and that's what happened to them last week. No sideline there. That's bad defense by Riley. Can't let that sideline. Connor was in perfect position. Now that's good defense by Riley. Nice recovery. But that should never, the defense doesn't take nights off. Nice.
Good dish there. Rebels causing chaos early here. Another bucket for Morgan. Pine Tree having trouble with the pressure.
They are. And they're guard heavy. That surprises me a little bit.
Yeah. Rebels up 17-4 here early. 5 minutes 30 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Oh, whoa, Danny, you are the math guy. 17 points in 3 minutes and 28 seconds?
2 minutes and 28 seconds.
2 minutes, 6, yes, 2 minutes and 28 seconds. Holy cow.
It's quite a run. That's what a three-pointer will do, I guess.
That's a carry.
Good dish.
Nice dig.
D.
No foul. That's a travel.
Yeah.
He traveled first. Did you see the travel, Danny? Or is
I
that me?
did. No, I saw that. Our officials tonight, I know one of them, Jeff Benson, coming over to make this call. Good official, Oxford Hills area.
I think our camera person this week is a lot prettier than Saturdays. I can say that. I bet she can sing.
Maybe we'll have a halftime performance.
We'll have her yodel the score.
First substitution of the game here for the Rebels.
I missed it. Oh, Reggie. Reggie
Yep,
had a key moment for us last week in the fourth quarter. I don't know if you remember correctly, but he hit looking to run.
Fancy.
A little bit of a force.
Good ball movement. Riley looking to shoot.
Follow shot. So Reggie was back for that long defense rebound or the transition, which they did struggle with last week.
Good take, good left by Brody. Rebels up 19-4. Pine Tree able to break the press.
Nice communication. Reggie stepped up. Not too much load, so that's just a little too much load. But they're making him go. If they're on the right side of the floor, they're making him go to the right, lane line. And if you're on the left, they're making him go left. Run. Get out and run, Cooper. That's off green, though.
Yeah, Rebels will get the ball back.
Oh, I thought it was off
no,
green.
they won't. I think that's the first turnover of the game for the Rebels.
Yeah, Reggie had a nice key part of that fourth quarter where he had a big 2 and a big 3.
Three-pointer there by number 5.
That was deep, and that was a nice stroke.
Yeah, Colby Solberg. Heading bringing the ball up. Traps. And that's going to be a backcourt violation. Another turnover there on back-to-back possessions.
What did you see with that? What did he need to do? He retreated with his upper body instead of getting strong, chinning the ball, and then stepping through that trap. It was a loose trap. He could have stepped through it, had 2 people behind him, and then had numbers with a pass.
Yeah, or maybe look to pass even before the trap. Pine Tree inbounding the ball.
Don't reach.
Rebels basketball.
Another advantage of when you know all your players are locked in defensively and playing the way you want to play, it helps you be in the proper position. So if they know no matter what, our philosophy is to not allow ball reversal or to go back the other way, you can load up with your help defense in the proper spot.
Good look there from Morgan. Doesn't go. Brother Morgan with the rebound. Pine Tree pushing back the other way. Rebels have active hands here early.
Look up.
Good luck.
That need to be over the top, though.
Yeah.
Lob over the top, right to the rim. Load up, and he's loaded up, no middle. Nope, stop reaching.
It's got to be a travel or a foul there, right? Yeah, the Rebels' defensive intensity definitely has Pine Tree a little flustered here early. Not sure how many games they've played to this point. But.
I know they played Temple, maybe Saturday. No, actually, I think Coach said last night. Back-to-back nights possibly, and they beat Temple. And they've also played Calvary Christian or something like that. We do not play that school, but they beat them as well, I believe. That was an old-fashioned Kevin McHale move, where the up fake to the middle and then up and under on the left side.
Up and under. So we talked about the Rebels scoring 17 in the first 2:38, and now they've only scored 2 in the last 2:38.
Showing off his math skills.
If they can get it back going here. There it is.
Okay with you?
That'll work. Dupree's second 3 of the game.
Dupre.
Dupree's second 3 of the game. Leading scorer for the Rebels with 8.
His grandmother is listening up in the county, remember, and she corrected us. Dupre. Dupree for 3 sounds pretty good.
That was almost a backcourt there, too. Good poke from behind by Dupre. Good take. Dupre the first to double figures with 10.
Nice hands. Then he stopped reaching. The key to defense is you just want to be such a pest and a bother that you stay in position without a reach, wait for them to make the mistake, and then pounce on the ball. So now they should be getting up in the passing lanes. I want to give Johnny some credit, too. He was, I don't know if you remember this, Danny, but when they were struggling in the second quarter of that game, Johnny had another big 5, maybe 7 points in that second quarter. Showed some energy, flexed those big arms at the foul line when he made an old-fashioned 3-point play.
Yeah, he had some big minutes there, too, with a couple of the Rebels in foul trouble.
Yes. Sign of a good team when you have that depth. He's up and playing D. Like it. Look at that stance. Help wasn't there, though. So some people watching at home may be thinking that's too easy. We're giving him the lane, but it's just part of the process. Next, we'll figure out how to hand check just a little bit using leverage and then have that help take that drive away.
Sounds like Coach is looking to post up Johnny here. They get it right to him. Pine Tree back the other way.
That was good recognition by Coach Kimball. Nice block by Johnny.
And what did Coach see there? Mismatch?
He saw the mismatch and he saw that they were in a man defense and just spread the floor.
2 more for Brody Morgan.
What's he casually got 8 points?
6.
Yep.
In the first. 26-11 Rebels.
And at least 4 rebounds. Riley, when you listen to this tomorrow, stop reaching.
A couple of subs here for Pine Tree. Rebels currently have Brody Morgan, Connor Dupre, Riley Hedden.
Oh, he let him get away. He let him go middle. He let him get away. That's a white ball, though.
Ooh.
That official's name is Jerry. He's one of my favorites. He used to be a boxer and a bodybuilder, so it's not somebody that we question the calls from too much. I think that was a great call, even though it was off green.
Yeah, I remember he was officiating when I was playing, so he's been doing it a while. So was Jeff, actually.
Yep, Jeff's done it for a long time. Jeff does a nice job as well. That's our ball. Now run.
Billings pushing over to Hedden. Back to Billings, good look. A little short, good board by Hedden. Might have got a foul there, but Rebels will get it back here, 17 to go. If you're the Rebels, you're going to look for one shot, or are you just going to look for the best shot?
I am a time and score type of person. I would like to think that that's what they're going to do, but they're going to take advantage of this mismatch again.
Good board by Billings. Good board by Marshall. Kept it alive, Pine Tree. Oh, good hands by Connor. Got to get it out.
I bet that's in.
Alrighty, after 1 quarter, the Rebels lead 26-11.
So there are two schools of thought on that time and score type of thing. So someone would say, well, we're up 26-11, let's just work on the post play. But you also could say, I don't care about the scoreboard. This could be fourth quarter, up or down 1, and we want to make sure we get the last shot or up 1, and whatever the situation may be. So neither one is wrong.
If you're Pine Tree right now, what's the message to the team after first quarter? How can they get back in the game?
I think they got to play a lot better defense than what they're doing up to this point. Look to push a little bit more. I like that. I think you said his name was Sober. Was that it?
Yeah,
he stroked that 3 nicely. Yeah. Maybe try to get the ball to him a little bit more. It just may be a case though where if Telstar is playing average, I think Telstar's average may be better than Pine Tree's good.
Yeah. Rebels are going to start the second quarter with Cooper Morgan, Connor Dupre, Reggie Billings, Jonathan Marshall, and for the first time, Elliot Norton. I think.
Telstar's going to primarily be a man-to-man team this year, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see them getting, significant leads to start trying and practicing some other things. Just
that's Rebel ball. Sorry, but in case you missed that at home, the ref didn't want to wait for them any longer, so he put the ball down, and they didn't realize it was in play, and they handed it off, and he stepped out of bounds. So details. We talked about details a lot on Saturday.
Yes, we did. That's just good defense. Oh. That was good defense from Connor. I don't know if they called on 13. I just didn't see that.
Number 24, Colin Verrill to the line for Pine Tree. Gets a bounce on the first one.
Verrill?
That's...
no relation.
I don't think so.
I don't know how it would be.
Yeah,
is she old enough to? It may be. I'm gonna holler down to Jerry. Jerry! Is it yours? Any relation? Is that your grandson?
Yeah.
I see that.
Colin Verrill, grandson of West Paris Westie legend Jerry Verrill.
Absolutely legend.
Jerry's almost, I don't know, he's 62 or 63 and just retired from baseball a couple of years ago. Used to catch right up until he retired. He would catch a 9-inning game.
Also a very good basketball player. I played many years men's league with Jerry on the team. I saw that blonde hair, and then with the fact that Jerry's boy is coaching, it made me think it's got to be.
Good talk there by the Rebels, but Verrill with a board. Here come the Rebels.
What's behind? Brother to brother. Good box out by number 30 on Pine Tree there. I got a little story about Jerry Verrill. I was probably in high school, junior, senior year, and I lived right across the street from the school, and I was walking probably just right in the middle of the school building and walking around to the back side of the building to play Sunday Night Men's League, and Jerry was an adult. And Jerry stopped picking me up, and he gave me a ride literally maybe 150 yards, and when we stopped, he said, "Hey Mike, do you mind giving me a few bucks for the gas?" Serious as can be. And I look at that's Jerry. Oh, I like
so the question is, did you give him a few bucks?
I was going to because I was just a kid and I thought he was serious and he finally smirked at me. I think he said a couple. Hey, but a couple bucks for the gas would be nice. Nice take.
Good board.
Look at that rebound. Right up.
Yeah. Easy 2 there from Marshall.
That was nice.
Hedden getting ready to check back
nice
in.
Hands. Way to have the hands
Morgan
in the passing
steal.
lane. Push. Nice pass.
Good pass. Yeah. Good ball movement.
That's pretty good ball control for a big guy, though.
Yeah. And good hustle by Cooper Morgan to keep that ball alive. Marshall with 2 more. 30-14 Rebels here. Just under 6 minutes to play in the second.
Nice hands.
Rebels still in the man-to-man.
Nice call out by Johnny. He needed to hedge that. Nice back pedal sink. There's a player that does not want to go left. You could see it. So I would take note of that.
Heading back the other way. Good luck. Good finish.
Nice pass.
Scoring's pretty spread out for the Rebels so far. Everybody's chipping in. Might have got away with a little bit of a walk there. Gets the bucket anyways. Silas Yeaton for the Pine Tree Academy. What is their mascot? Do we have that?
Cooper has a knack for getting behind the defense.
Was that Cooper again?
That was Cooper.
He's now got 8 for the Rebels.
So that's a fail. It's sometimes it gets. Sometimes it's hard to gauge when you're playing a team that just maybe can't stack up with your talent, and so you got to find other things to work on so you don't get false confidence because you're pressing them so well. They're making a lot of mistakes with the press. They're just able to get away with it because they are a little more talented than Pine Tree.
Good look there.
Cooper behind the zone again.
Cooper now in double figures with 10.
Cooper's a hard worker. He worked really hard to transform his body. He lost a lot of weight exercising and eating properly, and he looks a lot different than he did last year.
There's Solberg again. Seems like they got to find a way to get him some more shots, like you were saying.
Get in there for Reggie. Long. Good job by Johnny pulling back on that. He could have, on Saturday, that would have been a foul because we wouldn't have pulled back. That's an offensive foul.
Yeah, nice job there by Hedden to get his feet planted. Rebel basketball, 36-19. A little under 4 minutes to play in the second quarter.
Danny, up to this point, who do you think has been our strongest defensive player?
Defensive, Riley's done a nice job. He's got his hands in there a lot. But Johnny's probably.
And Connor was great when he was in that first quarter. So I think it's those 3. I was going to say Connor, Johnny. I don't know if I want to reward Riley. His hands have been active, but he's also reached and olayed. Let him go by and reach, and I don't love that.
Yeah. Good board by Cooper.
It's crossover.
Number 5, Dakota Cirillo checked in for the Rebels for the first time. Good help by John.
Yeah, number 4 is faster than Riley. You saw that there.
Rebels double in the corner, but give up a little jumper to number 4. Silas Yeaton for the Pine Tree Academy.
It's a nice little baby help.
Yep. John and Marshall there with the 2.
Johnny Marshall loves the second quarter.
Jump ball. Pine Tree's rotating a lot. You see a lot of subs for them.
When we were at the Christmas party that I mentioned last Saturday that Coach Kimball and I went to, they had a little booth where you had to You had to say what you wanted Santa to bring you for Christmas.
Cooper with another bucket.
And I know for a fact Coach Kimball wished for something gold, and it wasn't a watch. So.
Well, the Rebels are overdue for a golden anything, actually. Well, I shouldn't say that. We had a good run with some softball state championships with Coach Lenny back in the day, but.
Speaking of legends.
Yes.
I think Coach needs to think about working on another defense here. Probably will come out in the second half, not in the full court. They're not adjusting. They're just not adjusting to Cooper behind that defense.
Yeah, I have Cooper with 14, and they've all been those 2-point layups, basically.
Yeah.
Rebels staying in the man press.
Yes, no, that's what I was saying. I wouldn't be surprised to see them in a different set for the second half, just for the practice of it. Now Cooper should go to 23, and he did a nice job doing that.
Number 21, Rio Saram with the bucket for the Pine Tree Academy.
So Danny, they were in foul trouble big time on Saturday. They only have 2 in this quarter.
Good finish.
That's a nice finish. Do you know how many they had in the first quarter? I don't think more than 2. I don't think they have 5 fouls in this first half.
I don't think so.
There's another reach. Just don't love the reaches. And we could be completely wrong, but I don't. I think that the Rebels have a chance to be successful in the tournament. But you have to get better in all these games. And being the first time we're in Class D, I'm not really sure the talent level, top to bottom. So you got to take advantage and find ways to improve, even if the competition is a little less. And sometimes that's not the easiest thing to do. And I know for a fact we were on the other end of this, receiving this, and I actually felt for the other teams at times like they're not necessarily seeing anything real tonight. It's not the competition they're going to play.
Right.
And as a coach for Pine Tree, and like it would be with us when we were in Class C, in a lot of those games we're playing Class B schools, you go back to what we talked about with the girls and just let's try to win the third quarter if you're Pine Tree. Let's just keep working on getting better, improving, leaving here with some type of positive feeling. And maybe we win the third quarter, maybe we win the fourth quarter. But find something to go back to practice tomorrow and say, look, we got better here, let's build on it.
Rebound there by Pine Tree. Marshall with the board.
Cooper over the top again.
Cooper to the basket. Not able to finish.
So I'm focused on, we missed a lot of layups.
Yeah. And is that an opportunity there for Cooper to use the left hand maybe?
Yes.
Keep it away. I know he didn't get it on that play, but we saw a play on Saturday. I forget who it was, but somebody went up on the left side with their right hand and got blocked.
Yep, and we saw that in tape. I was in the cafeteria with them watching us actually in the game on Saturday, and we broke that down. And it's not always, if you're on the left side, it's not always left-hand layup. There's situations that dictate different hand positions. So sometimes if the defense is on your outside hand on the left side, that's a right hand inside reverse.
Good block there.
Nice take.
Good take.
Look at Riley
Probably
finishing.
didn't get the call there maybe because it's the end of the half,
Yeah.
I think. But a good steal and a good take.
23.
So at the half, we have the Rebels are leading. They have the Pine Tree doubled up right now, 46-23. Quick shout out to all the listeners at home, including my family and my 3-year-old daughter who asked for a shout out. So shout out to Addie and Sydney watching at home. So we'll be back.
And Heather.
And Heather. But we'll get the kids in first. So we'll be back for the second half in just a few minutes. All right, welcome back everybody for the second half action here between Pine Tree Academy and the Telstar Rebels. Rebels up 46-23 heading into the second half. And Mike's working on his mic, but what are a couple of key points that you would point out in the second half here?
The communication piece, the defense, over and over and over. I said it in Saturday's game, I will say it again now. Telstar's going to be able to score until we see a really good defensive team. I mean, Buckfield wasn't terrible, and they still scored 81 points. They're going to score. So if we want to have those big goals and dreams in the tournament, you have to defend. And then little things like that, like too many missed layups. Again, this game doesn't matter, but someday they might be tied.
Yeah, and if you're Pine Tree, focus on the little things, one possession at a time, and just chip away.
I wouldn't even worry about yes, I mean basically, but just worry about seeing if we can't, even if you break it down half the quarter, Danny, even if you're like, okay, we're down 46-23, let's win the first 4 minutes. Let's win the first 2 minutes. Like, break it down so the kids feel pride in something.
Yeah.
This could be Cooper's first 3 of his high school career, and it is not.
I might have bailed him out a little bit there. I think his feet just got tangled up.
I don't know and I should as long as I've been watching basketball, but that looked like a push is what he called, but is it a different motion if you trip him? Because he could have tripped him there, but he didn't push him.
Right.
But maybe they do the same hand signal for both.
Yeah. Rebels back to the starting 5. Pine Tree as well.
Looking to run.
Another board by Cooper. And this might be the first free throws for the Rebels.
I think you are right.
So that's an interesting stat there. 46 points and no attempts.
Complete opposite from Saturday's game when they had their first 8 points with free throws.
Yep.
Short arm, alligator arm, both of them. You can, nice job by Brody pulling back there. He wanted to go for that ball, but realized he'd foul. He's playing a lot more intelligently defensively than he did in Saturday's game. And you can see Cooper, his confidence, growing with each minute in this game versus Saturday. He kind of, first game, he kind of had some jitters going. He's playing very confidently right now. See Grady, nice pass, nice finish.
First bucket of the game for Kellogg. First bucket of the half for the Rebels.
It's a nice combination with Grady and Johnny. Grady, move your feet there. See, Pine Tree couldn't execute that, but a good school, a good team, or maybe Pine Tree by the end of the season is going to make that play.
Yeah.
And Telstar's going to pay. So.
Yeah, a little breakdown there. Pine Tree had 3-on-1 and just threw the ball away, fortunately, for the Rebels. Another timeout here from Pine Tree. Full timeout.
I like it when they play the music during the time. Is that only quarters? Jewel, is that only quarters?
It's halftime.
Halftime? Maybe we can step it up and do it timeouts and quarters.
Saturday we talked about...
Actually, you'd have to talk to Mr. Leclerc.
All right.
We'll get on it. Saturday we talked about some former coaches in the crowd, and they're back today with Mark Thurlow and Dave Barry's here.
Alec Newell is a former and current. Used to coach the boys, coach your brother, correct?
Yep. Yeah, and the girls take on Pine Tree after this game here on Western Hills Access Television, also on YouTube. Jewel Clark on the camera, along with Brooks Morton and Josh Morton. Morgan in the corner. His first 3 of the game.
Maybe of the year. I don't
9
remember him
points.
having one on Saturday.
Pine Tree slowing it down here.
Go get him, load up. He does not like going left, but he has a nice shot. Push, look up again. Too late. That's a nice pass. Off. Ooh. The first thing you do when you get the ball on a rebound, too many layups. That's a nice spin. He set him up. Did you see him setting up Grady?
Yeah.
Grady's a little too stationary, not moving his feet.
Good ball movement.
Is that Cooper's first three? Nope.
I think Cooper's probably got half a dozen rebounds tonight. Rebels still in man. That's a little too easy, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is. They're doing the right thing. Now they got to just work on execution, and that will be tomorrow's practice.
And was that on Riley, or should there have been some help side there?
It starts with Riley. You got to get into him. You got to use a little bit. I know it's not legal, but you got to hand bump them just a little bit. They're not going to call every one of them. It's not blatant. It's just a little, so you feel them and you kind of dictate and give that angle instead of going right to the south of the block. You angle them a little bit more towards the baseline and make it a little harder for them to get to where they want to go.
That's one thing that I felt like when I was playing, all the good teams did that. The Mountain Valleys, the Diegos back then, they all hand checked the whole game, and so they wouldn't call it, basically.
If everyone's doing it on every play, and this goes for being aggressive in general, as long as it's not blatant, officials adjust to the way you play.
Yeah.
They can't call it. They can't blow the whistle every possession.
And that goes to any level. I think if you recall, the Belichick and the Patriots used to do that on defense.
Yes. They changed the rules.
Yeah, we're against the Rams there, the greatest show on turf. He said, they're not going to call holding on every play.
Yep.
So hold on every play.
Yep.
Basically was the message. Rebels with some numbers here. Good dish there. Good finish. Morgan in double figures now. Brody joins Cooper, Connor.
So this becomes an opportunity to play some of your players that in a close game may not get as many minutes. And maybe you keep one or two starters on with a blend of some of the younger, inexperienced, less experienced players and see what they can do.
And that can be important for future games like Saturday where you get a couple guys in foul trouble.
Exactly.
And those guys might need to play some minutes.
Yep.
And we got away with a little walk there, but.
And in this league, there's not, nice, that's a nice left. That's a nice transition. Ball didn't hit the floor. Old Celtics fast break right there. There's not an equal number of JV games, so in Class C, the boys will play and then the girls will play a JV game. The JV schedule is not loaded, so some of these players are, like there's a freshman down there I see, for example. He needs to get time on the floor. He's going to be a good player eventually, I think. So we need to see, I think it's Alex, and we need to get him on the court.
Yeah, and we'll see if Coach Kimball starts to mix those guys in here. Rebels up 59-23.
More importantly, Pine Tree hasn't scored this half.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Rebels are
13-0.
13-0 this half.
How's that math, Danny?
That's good. I think we're about halfway through the quarter, but right now our scoreboard's counting down the timeout. So the Rebels are gonna get.
It's probably way too old for you, Danny, but sometimes I think my mother Jewel will appreciate. I feel like I'm the Muppets up here up in the booth. Do you remember that, Danny?
The grumpy old men.
Yeah, the grumpy old men.
Yeah.
That's how I was Saturday, anyways. I was miserable.
You didn't sound it.
Oh, I was.
The Rebels do get a couple of subs in here. Number 50, Gage Berry, and number 15, Evan Parsons. We saw Evan on Saturday.
We did.
We did not see Gage.
We did not. He did. I don't think Gage suited up. I almost think they had an away JV game Saturday, Coach, for whatever reason. So I think Gage went with that. There's another offensive rebound put back.
Another bucket for Brody. 11 now
So
for
he's
him.
Coach is doing exactly what I mentioned. It looks like he's got two starters on the floor. with a blend of 3 of the bench players.
Yep. Good take there by Pine Tree with their second bucket of the second half. 2 minutes to play here in the third.
I love that little stutter step.
Good finish by Brody. It's 15 now for him.
Terminator. He's just a machine. He doesn't get too high, too low. He just keeps coming. My favorite type of player, competitor. And that hair. Love that Brody hair. So jealous.
Take an injury here, timeout here for the
Oh, I'm just seeing that.
Pine Tree. Do we know what Pine Tree's mascot is?
I do
figure
know
that out, but it doesn't say on the score sheet.
Give another shout out to Jerry Verrill.
DJ, find out what's Pine Tree's mascot. What's their name? Like Telstar Rebels. What are they? Pine Tree what? But they have to have something. That's it.
I'm seeing
None.
None? Wow. They may be mascotless. We'll continue the effort, though, as we...
Let's call them the Hawks.
Yeah.
The Breakers?
The Breakers? Breakers. The Breakers are on a break here. Travel.
See, Evan talked. We talked about loading up. He's got such quick feet. Nice job, Evan.
Good board. DePrey pushing. Has Evan ahead. Back to Morgan.
Shoot that. Good job, Evan. That's all right. It's the right shot. Look at Evan communicate. See, he's loading up. Nice job. He's my cousin today. Oh, definitely my cousin. See that defensive rebound? So I was going to say earlier, Danny, the first thing you do, and I know you know this, but when you get a rebound on the defensive end, whether you're looking up to pass or you're dribbling the ball up the floor, you find your rim. Your eyes go to your rim, and then you just see with your peripheral from there. And lots of times our kids are looking at the side where they want to pass, and so just attack the rim and then make a choice.
And Rebels continuing with that trend of getting some minutes. Number 24, Seth Dupuis checking in. Seth is a junior.
What's his last name?
Dupuis.
I went to school with his mother.
Right off the bench, ready to a shot.
I love it. He loves the game. Seth loves to play. Look at that hustle back.
Basket there by Pine Tree Academy, number 23. Rhett Tyson.
Nice ball movement. That's a nice ball movement. All of that was nice. Gage was a little bit out of position there, but that was a driving kick.
Yeah, it definitely takes some time when they're just getting in the game, and probably don't get a whole lot of time in practice together either. This group, anyways. Morgan.
No, for sure.
Let's see if the Rebels can get the last shot here. Into Barry.
That's in.
Good take there from Barry. And
Gage is very good around the basket. Very good. Get a soft shot, and somebody else that has worked on conditioning since last season. Looks good.
yeah, and I think he's left-handed too, actually.
I believe he is, but he can do that same thing with both hands, near the basket like that. He's got a really soft touch, and probably the best haircut in Class D, I'm guessing.
Yeah, he's got the Rod Beck mullet going.
Yeah.
Rebels up 65-29 after 3. What do you expect here from the Rebels in the fourth? Do you think they'll get the starters in for a couple more minutes, or will they keep them the bench?
I think they will stay. I think they will play, 2 of them like they did, maybe 2 different ones. Guessing we'll see Johnny get in there because he hasn't even gotten in the second half. And what I like, Johnny's been a starter for a lot of his career. I love his attitude, and he's supporting, and kids are just accepting. Coach is going to play who needs to play, and you know what the score dictates, and everybody seems totally on board with that. Here's that freshman I mentioned.
Alex?
Doherty,
Yeah,
yes.
number 20. Well, he's 22 on the sheet, but
Very athletic, loves to play the game, got a nice shot.
so the Rebels are going to stick mostly with subs. They do have Cooper on the floor with this group.
You just heard someone on the bench? Yes, Riley. You just heard Riley telling Alex to pop that when it's open like that. And he's not wrong. They were not even playing on him. And Alex can shoot the ball. It feels good, Danny, if you have a senior encouraging as a freshman. Look at Alex load up. Let him back, though. There's that mistake, though. Remember what I said? Just play good defense. Eventually, they'll make a mistake, and then you pounce. We got 2 old classmates from over there in the front row, if you want to get them for a second after this possession. Yes.
Doherty to the basket, good take.
What did I tell you? Inside. That's an inside reverse, and that was actually the proper hand.
Yeah. Pine Tree has their starters on the floor, I believe. So they're going to see if they can work out some of the kinks.
So let's watch this score, Danny. 65, that's a nice look. 65-29, Pine Tree starters versus all subs for Telstar except Cooper.
Yep.
So again, I don't want to overplay this, but us going from Class C, playing mostly Class B schools, to this Class D schedule, and also having a team that this year would compete in the previous Mountain Valley Conference. They definitely would. This is a new experience for us to at times be a superior team and learning and figuring out how to still get better and not play the scoreboard. And that is true whether you're up 30 or down 30. You never want to play the scoreboard until the fourth quarter and the time of the score. You want to play to get better.
And I don't know if you caught that play or not, but did you see what happened there?
I did not.
Moving screen, I think, on 24, Seth Dupuis. Rebels staying active. Pine Tree looking to crawl back, work on their fundamentals, and see if they can improve.
Push, push. Still play the right way. Push, head up. See, he hasn't looked at the rim once. You notice that?
Yeah.
That didn't look at the rim once. I can watch this game, Danny, and in the first quarter know who is comfortable with the ball, you know, who's a player and who isn't, just based on how they take the ball up the floor in transition. There's that left again. Look how soft.
Another bucket there for Barry. Rebels still staying in man.
Too much reaching, too much reaching. That's a travel again. He travels a lot. It's not all, but he does. So I like Evans. See his head's up.
Yeah, Coach Kimball calling for the Rebels to continue to push it.
Yeah, you play the same way. You just put players that have less experience in. But you still want to execute the way you want to play. Look at that.
Probably got Pine Tree maybe got away with a couple of hacks there. Good look. Pine Tree with a chance to push.
I become a fan. Well, I'm always a fan, but I want to see one of these young players like Seth or Alex or Elliot. Elliot's not a young player, but I want to see them make their first three. They're going to be excited. Nice job, Seth.
Might have been an and one. Referee's letting them play a little bit here in the fourth quarter.
They want to go home. I thought that was 71. That's only 69?
That's deep, but he's hit a couple. Not this one. So we talked about the Rebels.
So can we get a close-up real quick, Mom, of fellow classmates of 1991? We got Kristen Howell over there, and we got Coach Newell's wife, Lynn Newell, over there. You gotta wave to them. There they are. Hey, hey. Wave, you're on camera. Oh, Kara Kimball saw us. She won't wave, she's too stubborn. This is what you do when you're up 30.
Yeah. So we talked about the Rebels, second string versus Pine Trees first, and they're up 4-2 right now.
Yep.
Good look there. Rebels should maintain possession.
Gage's bleeding, I think. We got 3 tough bigs. Gage is strong, is tough. Grady's tough, and Johnny's tough. There's a freshman bailout. I call that a bailout.
That's Verrill there with the miss. Rebels inbounding 69-29, halfway through the fourth.
A little different game than Saturday.
Yeah, a little less intense here in the second half, but it's good to be on this side of it at least.
It is.
Good bucket there from Verrill. And if you're Pine Tree, you definitely have some pieces to continue to build around.
Coach calls a timeout here. I'm guessing he's either instructing or he is going to put some other players in. Just want to no, he's going to instruct them how to get it.
Sneakers.
So where are you going for sneakers, Jewel?
Zeroing in on his sneakers.
Number 24.
Seth? Yep.
Style.
Rebels going to stay with the same lineup. Nope, they're going to switch out. Number 13, is that Evan? No, Elliott. You get those two confused. But
Elliott was on the floor, though. I thought. I think it's the same group.
same group?
Yeah.
Pine Tree again there had numbers, which is unable to
It's a backcourt, but that's
convert.
all right. I wonder.
Corner, good look.
Come on, Elliott, get in there, buddy.
Another good look for
Nice
the Rebels.
rebound, Alex.
A lot of offensive boards tonight for the Rebels. Pine Tree pushing, another travel. Good pass.
Push, keep pushing, keep pushing. Uh-oh. Is Yellowstone on again tonight? It seems like the officials don't want to call it. They might want to get home and watch.
Yeah, they're definitely letting them play a little bit here in the fourth quarter. I guess that's what happens when you get a lopsided affair.
Danny, what do you think to this thought? And maybe if we played schools, we just in the past have not played a lot of academy type schools. That early in the season, because I'm guessing they don't live in the area and play together in the summer and in the off season. Telstar's been playing together in the fall, the spring of last year, the summer, the fall. And maybe that's why they appear to be a little bit less rusty, whereas Pine Tree, I'm guessing they got together 3 or 4 weeks ago when the preseason started.
Yeah.
And this is the first time they played since last year.
Yeah, and they may even they probably get more turnover too. So they may have more new guys than the Rebels. And they certainly didn't. I bet some of these Rebels have been playing together since they were in third grade. That's
Absolutely.
probably not the case for
That's
them.
got to make a difference.
Pine Tree continues to play hard. We'll give them that. They haven't given up. They're just a little outmatched tonight. 69-35 Rebels.
So what it tells me,
Good luck.
come on, Alex, first one. I want to see these kids experience their first three in a varsity game. Nice, that's nifty. We're not recognizing backcourt. Yeah. We've got to be smarter than that. So, my concern, because I always want to be concerned, and again, I'm thinking about February, is if Pine Tree beat Temple last night, and I'm just wondering, and we're trying to gauge, no pun intended, we're trying to gauge the talent in this new conference for us. And we also play Temple. If they beat Temple by 30.
Yeah. Pine Tree beat Temple by 30.
Something like the 20-something, I believe. Another backcourt coming up. They don't get it, okay? So I think a new conversation just has to be, how do we keep, my goal every time you get on the court, whether it's practice or a game, basically in life, is to be better today than I was yesterday. And so how do they do that when they're playing against some competition that is not on the same level as them?
Yeah.
And this, again, is a brand new problem for Telstar, because we're usually the other one. If anything, we're on the other end of it. So we're playing up, against competition that's superior to us. I think that's something the coach has to think about and work extra hard to figure out how to still get better.
Yep. And just because we mentioned it earlier, Pine Tree 12-4 now, since we mentioned the second string versus starters. So they definitely did turn it on a little bit here in the final stretch. But yeah, definitely something for Coach Kimball to keep in mind and just work on keeping that intensity up, and probably starts in practice.
It does, but that's the thing. I don't know if Telstar's second group in practice is, it's pretty competitive. I was there last night watching. Yeah. In fact, they were playing brief scrimmages to 5, and one at a time, the second unit beat the first unit. The second unit with Johnny beat the first unit. Yeah. So that's a gift. When you can practice that hard in practice, that's a gift.
All right, that's the final buzzer here tonight. Final score 69-41. Rebels on top. Quick rundown of scoring. Again, unofficial. Cooper Morgan, 14. Brody Morgan, 15. Jonathan Marshall, 8. Gageberry, 2. Seth Dupuis, 2. Riley Hedden, 6. Grady Kellogg, 2. And Connor Dupre, 12.
Pretty balanced scoring there.
Yeah, very balanced attack tonight from the Rebels. Again, a lot of minutes from the second unit, so you expect to see the scoring down a little bit for their starters. But the Rebels girls will take on Pine Tree coming up here at 6:30. Again, Western Hills Access Television, big thank you to Brooks, Jewel, and Josh for setting up and doing all the hard work and allowing us to spew what little knowledge we have. So we appreciate the setup and work by them, and we'll be back here in about 15 minutes for game 2.